everyone, welcome back to Life and Style by Liz, and welcome back to an update on my Fit at 50 video from 4 years ago. Yes, it has been a total of 4 years. I am no longer 50. I am now, of course, 54. I just had a birthday, and I know that January is a time for restarting and regrouping, getting rid of all the holiday food, the cookies, all the indulgences, the drinks, although that's kind of hard to give up. However, I'm trying, you guys. Maybe one glass of wine a week. Is that okay? Anyway, I thought I would update you because I rewatched that video. And by the way, that is one of my most watched videos, believe it or not, on my channel. It's almost at 100,000 views. If you've not seen it, go watch it. You guys will get a kick out of, if you're new and weren't here 4 years ago, my hair color was extremely light for me. And I had really long lashes on. It's kind of funny, but it was a good one. You know, the funny thing is I don't do any of the things I showed in that video. So much has changed. So let's talk about it. And before we do that, we're going to go over my outfit. So this is why we're here usually, right? I am wearing a pair of leggings and sports bra from Athletic Works over at Walmart. I'm wearing the pants in a small and the top is in a medium. Here is the back of the pants. I actually have my microphone so I can walk away. Hopefully you guys can still see me. These do not have compression in them. They are nice and soft. They are part of the Buttercore collection over at Walmart from Athletic Works. And I love them, you guys. I don't want compression. I mean, you do want to be held in. You don't want lumps and bumps. But I sometimes find that the compressive leggings are almost painful and uncomfortable, and I cannot wait to peel them off. You don't have that with these. Also, they have pockets, which is fantastic, and everything is just so comfy. So I will, of course, link them for you, so check them out. Also, on my feet, I'm going to put them up on the screen. I am wearing Cloudsteppers sneakers. I cannot tell you how comfortable these are. In fact, I will insert video at some point in this video to show you that they are so light. I actually went on my food scale and weighed these sneakers versus a regular pair of sneakers. Okay, so welcome to the kitchen. You will see a few scenes in here, by the way, because like I said, I am going to show you what I've been eating. Also, you guys, check out my Amazon Alexa that I got for my birthday. It's so cool. I can watch YouTube videos while I'm cooking or pull up recipes very easily. I'll try and link that. I'm not sure if that's possible, but if it is, I will link it for you. I think you guys will love it. All right, I'm just loving this outfit so much. It's so comfortable, you guys. Okay, so I am in the kitchen with my sneakers. You guys are like, what are you talking about? To show you how light they are and prove to you how light they are by putting them on my scale. So here are the sneakers. Of course, I chose all white. These are either from QVC or HSN. Of course, I'll put it up on the screen. You guys know I can't remember everything. But these are the Cloudsteppers. You guys know I have big feet. I did grab them all in white and I wear a size 10. It's awful, you guys. But over here, I have put my food scale on my kitchen island because that's how light they are. I'm going to weigh them on the kitchen scale. I have the scale in front of me. Hopefully you guys can see it. It's at 0 right now, even with the paper towel on it. Of course, I had to put that down. Don't want to put my shoes on my food scale. And I'm just going to go ahead and set the sneaker down, and it weighs 6.95 ounces, you guys. Yes, I am going to go ahead and grab a regular sneaker so we can compare. Just came back with one of my dirty outside sneakers. Yes, I put the paper towel down, but I set it on the scale. It is over 10 ounces, 10.1 ounces. So 4 ounces on something like this is a major difference. And I think that you guys are going to love these Cloudsteppers for that reason. All right, so these are my indoor sneakers. I do work out down here on occasion. I will use the treadmill if I can't walk outside. Also, I have weights and that kind of thing back here. And there's a TV over here. And that is really what I use, you guys. I use YouTube videos. I actually have one queued up right now because I'm going to film myself today doing some weight training. And I love the channel called Fabulous 50s. So you will see her thumbnail up here. And I've queued up the video that's called 30-minute full body strength training at home for women over 50. So I'm not going to be the trainer to show you. I'm just showing you what I do and the tools that I utilize. And I like to make it as simple as possible. That's why the headline says fit in your 50s the easy way, because to me, it's so much easier to work out at home than it is to get dressed and go to a gym. However, if you're the type of person, and I used to be this person, who enjoys going to the gym and that is forcing you to go ahead and work out, go ahead and do what is working for you. All right, you guys, so back to my sneakers. These are by Clarks, and they are called the Cloudstepper. I cannot tell you how comfortable they are. They have great arch support. You guys remember Clarks. I used to wear Clarks back in the early 2000s when I was at student teaching. Yes, your girl was a teacher, certified New York State. I do have a master's in education. I know, it's weird. I've done so many things, you guys. Jack of all trades, master of none. Have I ever told you I used to own a Subway franchise? We'll talk about that someday. Anyway, back to the Cloudsteppers. I used to wear Clarks to teach because it's such a physical job, which I was shocked to find out. Teachers, comment below. And the Clarks were the only thing where I didn't come home with my feet aching. So they now have these sneakers out, which are the Cloudsteppers, and they are so light. The arch support is fantastic. I've got big feet. These are in a size 10. They're so comfy, you guys. And I think I told you this before, but possible bunion on my right foot. We're in denial currently. It's not officially diagnosed or anything like that. We're just going to pretend it's not happening. But for that reason, the wide toe box on these sneakers and the comfort is so great. You guys will love these. I will make sure to link them up on the screen using YouTube shopping links. Like I said, what I'm going to show you today is little snippets here and there. I did not film it all in one day, but I'm going to show you some stuff that I eat. I'm also going to show you this awesome coffee maker I got by Ninja and what I use that for. We're going to get into it today, you guys. So this is an update, but we're going to talk a lot today. So hopefully you guys don't mind. I will try to change scenes. Let's go over the workout stuff first. And I'm going to show you how I lift weights just using videos from YouTube. All right, guys. So I am facing you towards the wall that I look at when I work out. And you can see that video that I do have queued up by Fabulous 50s. And it is a fantastic workout. I've done it several times. 30 minutes, full body strength. She has so many videos if you want to focus on upper body, lower body, all that stuff. But this is the workout I'm going to film a little bit of me doing today. So in my old video, I told you guys that I did cardio 7 days a week. And yes, at that time, I was doing 60 minutes of cardio 7 days a week. I think I didn't miss for like 3 years, you guys. I was obsessed with cardio, terrified, that I was going to gain weight if I stopped, etc. All the usual stuff. Well, in your 50s, you should be strength training. Strength training can help build your bones. It can prevent falls in the future. I know we try to think of ourselves as too young for that to happen, but you guys, it's going to happen, and now is the time to prevent it. You want to lift weights because we do suffer bone loss, arthritis, and all that stuff as we age. Also, it can boost your metabolism. More muscle on your body, the more your metabolism will burn fat. And on that note, I do want to mention that I have changed the way I eat as well, and I'll show you more of that later on. But I now focus on protein. At the time, I was plant-based. I didn't eat meat. I am now eating meat and really good lean sources of protein. And I'll show you very small examples of that. This is just a great overview of everything that I've changed. So getting back to the food, I did stop with the plant-based and I've upped my protein. I am also working with a doctor who has helped me design a plan to work for me. Let's get right into this quick strength training video. And you're going to watch me do a few exercises. And then, of course, I'm going to link her channel for you because that's who you should focus on. Someone like her who is more of a professional than me. I just follow what she does. And by the way, disclaimer, I am not a doctor. I'm not telling you to do any of this stuff. I am simply showing you what has worked for me.
Holding on to what I know, to everything I've learned, what is real and fabricated. What is wrong? What is my problem? How can I get out of this world that I created? Fighting the storms in my head. Don't know where I have been. I'm alone, no one to turn to, no one understands. Shit's too complicated. Away, and I feel like I am someone else. Away, and I feel like I don't know myself, no. Away, and I feel like I don't know my name. And I don't want to live this way. I don't want to keep on wasting life.
Guys, this workout is so good. Really follow her. 30 minutes is a long time to do weights. You don't even have to do that. Like 20 minutes 3 times a week is all you need. And on those days, you can rest from cardio, or you could just make sure you get your steps in. That really truly does help. By the way, I think they've updated it. You don't need 10,000. Around 7,000 does the trick. All right, guys, I am over here doing the treadmill. I know it's kind of loud, so hopefully the microphone is helping. But you guys know how to use a treadmill. I have cut down my cardio a ton. I now do it probably 4 times a week, and I just make sure I get 30 minutes in, whether it's walking or on the treadmill, or there are HIIT trainings that you can do as well. I'll link a channel of those videos for you. And that's it, you guys. You just need to make sure you're moving, and do not do anything intense, in my opinion, and from what I've heard on different podcasts and different videos, and from a doctor. But I am working with a doctor, so I had gained a bit of weight. I gained 13 pounds without even realizing it. I was still working out, but somehow, some way, it all caught up with me, and I was eating out more. That's never good, you guys. However, I promise you, you can still eat out. Don't worry about that. You do not have to cut out all the fun. That's one of the reasons I did this video. I want you guys to know that you still can have fun. You still can go out to eat. You don't have to tailor your lifestyle and make it miserable. I promise you. Because as I mentioned in my first video, I'm a foodie. I love food. I love to go out to eat. I love to cook. And I really don't want to deprive myself. So it took me 6 months to lose those 13 pounds. I would lose and then stall. You guys know how that is. And it does not get any easier as you get older. In fact, I found that even those 4 short years, it made a huge difference in how easy or not easy it was to lose weight. So what I did was I worked with a doctor, and she advised me to up my protein. I went in there with a food log, and she decided that I was eating way too many carbs, good or not, and I needed to focus on protein. Yes, you can still have carbs. I have not cut out carbs at all. And she decided for my body weight at the time to get at least 70 grams of protein per day. I was also told to eat in a calorie deficit. It's simple, you guys. We've heard this a million times. Calories in, calories out. That's how you lose weight. And guess what? That's how I lost weight. I was in denial. I didn't want to deprive myself. I liked what I was eating, and it worked when I was working out 7 days a week for 60 minutes. But I just couldn't keep that up anymore. Not because physically I couldn't. I just didn't want to take that time out of my day all the time to do that. It was a bit much. So as you can see, I've scaled down my exercise. I exercise like 4 to 5 days a week. I try to do 2 to 3 days of weight training and then cardio on the other days. I also wear my Fitbit just like I did back then. And I do like to get at least 7,000 steps a day. So you guys would be amazed at how the fashion hauls actually burn a ton of calories because I'm trying on 5 different outfits. I'm getting myself ready. I'm moving around, all that stuff. So I am fortunate that I'm not at a desk job because I do just get naturally more steps than most people who work at desk jobs. I do want to give you a tip though. If you are at a desk, which I was for 29 years, I used to walk the halls of my office building on my lunch hour, and I could get 10,000 steps in an hour. So that's something you guys can do. You can break it up. You can go out in the hall for 10 minutes, 4 times a day and at least get 40 minutes. That would be great. You can get a lot of steps in 40 minutes. So those are some tips and tricks. And then let's talk about food. Let me give you everything I've done in a nutshell to lose 13 pounds in 6 months. First of all, many of you may be saying 6 months to lose 13 pounds. Yes, it took me 6 months to lose 13 pounds. I was trying on my own prior to visiting the doctor that I visited, and nothing was working, you guys. I mean, maybe I took off 1 or 2 pounds. So finally, she set me straight. And she basically leveled with me and said, look, you are not the same person you were in your 40s even. So for that reason, you do have to switch things up. We're going to focus on protein. You're going to lift weights. You're not going to do so much cardio, and you're going to eat in a calorie deficit. So for me, and I'm saying that as a disclaimer, for me, not for you, for my weight, my age, and my health history. By the way, she did blood work and had a full chart on me from my regular doctor. She advised me to eat 1,200 calories a day. And I know many of you are going to hit the stop button and don't want to watch this. It sounds awful. And my eyes bugged out when she told me that. But I promise you, once you start upping that protein, you will feel satiated and you will not want to eat a ton of food. At first, it's a shock to the body. Of course, you're used to doing whatever it is that you do, but you also find yourself making choices. What do I really want to spend that 1,200 calories on? By the way, once again, disclaimer, I'm not advising you to eat 1,200 calories a day. That was what was recommended for me. So you guys can do your own research and talk to your own doctors and find out what would work for you. But that worked for me, you guys. And I still was able to go out to eat. I still had a glass or 2 of wine. I just made sure I incorporated everything into that 1,200 calories. And upping my protein made a world of difference. Let me give you an example. So in order to get 70 grams of protein in a 1200 calorie day, you really do have to focus on what it is that you're eating right from the very start. I will insert footage of what I like to have every morning instead of coffee, instead of iced coffee, instead of those Starbucks drinks that are insane, laden in sugar and calories, you guys. I'll insert footage at some point and show you that. Okay, you guys, so I am editing over here and showing you what I drink in the morning. I do love this Fairlife Core Power Shake. It's got 26 grams of protein. I think I've shown it to you before, and there are 170 calories in it. And I mix it with 2 shots of espresso. I am going to turn the cup around and show you how I order it from Starbucks. I ask for an iced doppio in a venti cup with light ice. So that's 2 shots of espresso in a venti cup so you can fit your shake in there. So now I am just showing you how I mix it up. It's kind of my favorite little ritual in the morning. I love pouring it over the espresso. So there I go, and it fits perfectly in that venti cup. Now later on, you're going to see that I've learned how to make them at home, and I can use any cup I want, and it saves me time, you guys, but we'll talk about that more. So even though we are focusing on protein mostly, you do still have to get in your fiber. Of course, fruits and vegetables are always going to be the best way to do that. In the wintertime, I like to focus on these tropical fruits like mangoes and kiwi that you can get, and they're really good. Focusing on things like fiber and protein are really going to keep you satiated, and that's how it's so easy to get in 1200 calories. That protein and fiber will keep you full all day, I promise. All right, guys, so this is the Ninja machine I was telling you about. So it makes espresso, it makes pods. You can do regular, just grounds, coffee grounds. You can make all the way up to, I believe, 16 cups. It has that side. So if you want to go ahead and make an entire carafe, if you're having company over, it does that as well. And it's just awesome. What I love about it is this right here is where you fill your water. This comes right off, you guys, so you can carry it over to your water source, over to the sink or the refrigerator, wherever you want to get your water from, and then just pop it right back in there. And then also this right now is set up for pods, so it does take those K-cup coffee pods. You can also take this piece right out, and then you will see, and I can't do it one-handed, but you will see that it's just a regular cone filter type drip coffee then underneath this. So this is the only piece that comes out if you want to switch to drip coffee, which I will demo in a second. And then over here on the side, you have your measuring spoon, fits right in here to measure out your coffee. Also a frother attached that you just pull out and put your cup up to, and you can froth. I thought that was so cool, you guys. But I am demoing this to show you that I'm gonna make my 2 shots of espresso. I bought the Starbucks espresso roast, and I'm going to show you how I do that so I can mix it with my Fairlife and not have to go to Starbucks every day. Okay, guys, let me show you quickly how this just lifts right up, and then there is that cone shape where you're going to put the filters. They do start you off with your box. You do get 4 of those number 4 cone filters, so you can have your first cup of coffee as soon as it comes in the mail. Remember, I did get this off of QVC, and the link will be right up there on the screen. I'm super excited because I know it's going to save me so much money, and honestly, it's not even the money, it's the time. When I wake up and I'm in my pajamas, I don't want to rush myself to get out the door and get that 2 shots of espresso sometimes. I just love the convenience of having this here. So let's go ahead and make that. Okay, so you could see that I filled this up with some water. I went ahead and put a filter, that's the number 4 cone filter, right in the top there. And I did put the setting on, well, I will be putting the setting on specialty. So the 2 scoops are inside. So brew style is gonna be specialty. Next step is you're gonna put a cup right here. Okay, you guys, and it is all done, and we have our 2 shots of espresso, and it looks perfect. That's exactly what I order over at Starbucks. So these again are the shakes. Again, you're gonna get 26 grams of protein and 170 calories. This is typically the first thing I eat for the day, because I'm mixing it with my coffee and starting my day. So this is something that I'm really excited to have. It's definitely going to save me a lot of time having this at home and not having to make a trip out there. But like I said earlier, I don't want to spend too much time on this awesome machine. So if you'd like to hear more about it, let me know. It's really a great product, and it has so many functions. I'm still playing around with it, so as I do more, I'm sure I'll bring it all to you. I am actually not going to mix these two today. I am putting this in the fridge, and my husband's going to take it to work in the morning. It's a Sunday night, and I don't want to drink espresso right now because I need to unwind and go to sleep soon. So there it is, and I will let you know how much we are loving it as we use it more and more. So that's what I have for my coffee slash first meal of the day, and with that, I am getting 26 grams of protein. Next up, I'm going to show you what I have, usually mid-morning towards lunch. I'm also absolutely loving this bone broth soup. I had to bring it to you and show it to you. It is sold at Walmart, and it's also sold at Wegmans if you have one of those. I absolutely love it, you guys. After my shake with the protein, later on, or like around 11 o'clock, I'm really, truly craving something savory. I like a little salt. I think I talk about that somewhere in this video. So these definitely do the trick for me. You just pour hot water over them. They're easy to take to work, and they will fill you up. You're getting like 20 grams of protein. They're made with bone broth. They're by Power Provisions. You can, I think, get them on Amazon as well. Check them out. I'll link anything I can, of course, for you in the description box. But these have been a savior, and my husband is hooked on them as well. So lately I've been having that bone broth soup, and I am so satisfied, you would not believe it. Later on, I may have a snack, a piece of cheese, some fruit. I always make sure there is protein in everything I eat. I also love the Chobani yogurts. Those I will insert a picture of. I can't remember what the exact name of them is, but they are the ones that are 120 calories and 20 grams of protein. Might be 140 calories. Either way, I'm getting 20 grams of protein from my yogurt, 20 from my bone broth soup, and 26 from that shake. So you guys, that right there has already almost made my entire day. And then when I go out to eat, I'm picking lean protein and a ton of salads, which I did not formally choose when I went out. I promise you that. I stopped ordering appetizers, don't need them. I stopped going to the restaurants starving like I used to. And I just eat my salad and my protein. I still have a glass of wine. And you guys, it has made a world of difference. I took off that 13 pounds. And even though I was in a calorie deficit, working out and upping my protein, it did take me 6 months. I started in mid-June, and we are almost at mid-January. So it may have taken me about 5 months, but it was a long time. And I remember complaining about it. And the doctor said, when you're doing it the right way, it is not going to come off fast. And because of my age, it is not going to come off. So let's see. Let's go over everything we've gone over. What have I done to lose those 13 pounds and keep it off? I have added strength training. I have upped my protein to 70 grams a day, and I have been eating in a calorie deficit. Now that I've taken the 13 pounds off, I would say that my calorie intake daily is roughly between 12 and 1,500, maybe 1,600 on the weekends, but still that's a deficit for me, for my size. And it has been working. I would like to take another 5 pounds off, and that's it. But here's the fun fact, you guys, about upping your protein and lifting weights. They did measurements on me, including measuring my body fat percentage. When I started, I was at 33% body fat. I am now down to 30% body fat. So yes, I only lost 13 pounds, but she told me that it was a ton of fat. I did not lose any muscle. I gained muscle, which is awesome. So I see this doctor who has all the machines that measure all of that. She also takes measurements of me, and she said that I gained, I think she said 2 pounds of muscle, which is not easy to do, you guys. And again, I am at 30% body fat. And of course, I had to look that up for my age. And it did say that that's really good. It's on the better side. I think there's a range, and mine is really good. So I'm happy with that. I'm going to keep going. Like I said, I want to lose 5 more pounds if I could. I also noticed that my body composition seems to have changed for the better. Even though I weigh a certain amount, clothes fit me as if I am lighter than that on the scale, if that makes any sense. So my body composition, just as the doctor told me I've gained muscle and lost fat, has completely changed. So really, I shouldn't be focusing on the number on the scale. My clothes are fitting me so much better. I feel so much better, you guys. It's amazing how much your body needs protein. I feel like all of the research out there, all of the studies are giving us so much more information, even in 4 years. 4 years ago, I wasn't even thinking about protein. And now I really and truly am, and it has made a world of difference. I have more energy. I feel more sustained energy. I don't have just the burst after coffee and then I want to nap. I am good to go for the day. And when I feel a little fatigued, I realized it's time to eat again and I need protein. It's been amazing, you guys. I absolutely love it. I also had blood work done and it showed that my sodium was normal, but it was at the low end of normal, which to me explained why I crave salt in the morning. So as you know, caffeine's a diuretic. I drink a ton of water. All of that makes you go to the bathroom. And I was losing too much sodium. So now I have something salty at around 11 o'clock every day. And it's usually that bone broth. And it makes such a difference. I'm not craving salt. I don't feel funny. I don't feel low energy. Everything is just really falling into place. And I am so happy. And I just feel so much better, you guys. So these are my tips and tricks. I don't know what's going to work for you, but you guys always ask me what works for me. But then I thought if you guys watched my old video, you would think that's what I do. And I have not done any of that. I'm going to put some references in the description box for today's video of doctors that I have watched who talk about this stuff. I can't think of their names off the top of my head, but there's one in specific that my doctor actually references all the time as well. And she's done a ton of research on the weight training and the protein and when to eat and intermittent fasting, whether or not it's good for you. I believe she's totally against it for women. So check all that out. It'll be in the description box below. Also, let me know what kinds of videos you want to see. I kind of touched on everything, just a brief overview. But if you want more intense focus on one topic, or if you want a video such as what I eat in a day and that kind of thing, let me know too. I also love to do cooking videos. So if you want to see those, let me know in the comments down below. So again, I am not a professional. This is not advice for you, but this is what I've been doing. And hopefully you guys all got something for it. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did like it, please give it a thumbs up and I will talk to you soon. Bye everyone.
Idiots thinking it will matter, keep me company downtown before the